So, Wall Street ticked a little higher on Wednesday while everyone was basically holding their breath for Nvidia's big earnings. It's been the stock that defines this whole AI-driven rally, and investors have been watching it like a hawk. Hey everyone, it's Thursday morning, August 28th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital, Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. The Dow rose about 0.4%, the Standard & Poor's 500 added just over 0.2% to notch yet another record close, and the Nasdaq also gained about 0.2%. So pretty muted moves, but still edging upward. The big spotlight was, of course, on Nvidia. Investor hopes were sky high going into the release, with traders even pricing in a possible 6% swing in the stock, which would mean something like $260 billion of market value moving on the results. And the company did beat estimates. Adjusted earnings per share came in at $1.05 on revenue of $46.7 billion. That was just ahead of expectations of $1.01 on $46.2 billion. But here's the catch. Data center revenue, the heart of Nvidia's AI story, landed at $41.1 billion, which was just under the $41.3 billion analysts had expected. That little miss, plus ongoing uncertainty around sales to China, sent the stock down more than 3% in after-hours trading. Nvidia did approve a massive $60 billion stock buyback, and it guided third-quarter revenue at $54 billion, plus or minus 2%. That was slightly above expectations, though the forecast excluded its H20 chip sales, which are restricted by Trump's trade rules. About half of Nvidia's data center revenue now comes from big cloud service providers, while its gaming business brought in $4.3 billion, topping estimates. Outside Nvidia, markets also digested Trump firing Fed Governor Lisa Cook on mortgage fraud allegations, bond yields slipping, and trade headlines. The European Union is considering cutting tariffs on all U.S. industrial goods, while Trump's 50% tariffs on Indian imports officially kicked in, pushing crude oil up after a 2% slide the day before. So, the bottom line. Nvidia's results were strong but not flawless, and with the bar set sky high, the market didn't quite cheer. And that leaves investors wondering if this AI rally has more gas in the tank. Alright, that wraps up today's Capital Markets Quickie. Join me again tomorrow morning for more market updates.